Welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Phua from Center of Balance, the fertility acupuncturist. Now I'm just turning on all my platform to go live. Okay, just checking every platform is live now. Yep, pretty much. Everything's okay. So, hi everyone again. I'm Phua from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Today our topic is polycystic ovaries symptom cause. So what causes PCOS? Well, PCOS is a short term of it means polycystic ovary symptoms, right? Right. Hello, Hassan. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So if you're here, please say hello to me and give me a thumbs up. And please share this live video on your page if you're on Facebook, as well as Instagram, right? Now, if you're on YouTube, please say hello to me and give me a thumbs up. And when you finish this video, when you finish this live video, please hit the link and share it on your social media as well. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start our topic today. So our topic today is what causes PCOS, right? So unfortunately, all doctors don't know exactly what causes PCOS. Yeah. If you want to say exactly one thing that causing PCOS, I'm sorry that we can't tell. No one can tell you. Right? No one can tell you. So, but we all believe that high levels of male hormones prevent the ovaries from producing hormones and making eggs normally. Now we know. We talk about what is PCOS, right? And we talk about PCOS is mainly because of the male hormone levels are higher than female hormone, that causing uh, less period or skip period, okay, and that causing they have hairs, acne, put on weight, right, and couldn't release the eggs, things like that. So how could you link all the symptoms together in PCOS? You know, it's actually pretty simple. It's actually pretty simple, right? Um, you know, like in female, we talked about yesterday. In female, you need male hormone and female hormone, but the female hormone in female is actually much higher than male hormone. And male body as well as a man, we have female hormone and male hormone, but it's just the our male hormone are much higher than female hormone, right? So so one is out of balance. Like the female hormone is a lot, and you know when female hormone a lot, and we go here as men. So the female they will go here in the face, and this part up to the belly button. You know, that is how you think about. Oh, okay, that's men happen in men, and then these things that happen in female now because they have much higher male hormones. Does it make sense? Okay. Then let's talk about three causes. Three things cause PCOS. Number one is genes, which means there are studies show that PCOS runs in the families. It's likely that many genes, not just one, contribute to the conditions. Which means if you have your mom or grandma suffer from PCOS, or your sister, and you're more likely to have PCOS, suffer from PCOS. I want to tell you things that I mentioned it in other live webinars as well. When it comes to family, we don't know what's causing it, and it's from your family. It's in your genes. It's in your blood. Passing down from generation to generations. And when it comes to here, we don't know exactly what's happening to you. That's why we put it in here, right? In the Western medicine. That makes sense, right? And I keep saying that one of my masters said, is not the real reason is actually in your diet. It's in your diet, right? The habit in your diet, the emotional, and how you react to things happening things happening, and that can pass from generation to generation. So in this family, everyone have the same diet, and everyone have the same habit. That's why you end up with similar disease. Because in Chinese medicine and in our culture, we talk about one thing is you get trouble by saying things, but you get disease, suffer from disease by eating. It's all about the mouth. So yes, it's about the mouth. You eat things that causing you have a problem, causing you suffer from disease. Does it make sense to you? Hi Veronica, thank you for joining us. Good morning and happy day. Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Okay, please, if you come up here, if you're on this live video, please share the live video, and if you're on YouTube, please say hello, because I don't see much people say hello in YouTube compared with Facebook. Facebook people always say hello to me. Thank you very much, and give me a thumbs up as well. Okay, now let's keep going. Now, the second reason is insulin resistant. Now, if you treat infertility patient, PCOS patient, when they come, not all of them, but often they take metformin. Why do they take metformin? Metformin is the drug that for type 2 diabetes, high blood sugar. Well, why do they take it? That is because up to 70% of women with PCOS have insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance? That means that their cells can't use insulin properly. So what is insulin for? Are we talking about diabetes, have we? No, not yet, right? Okay. Yeah. Insulin resistance. Yeah, we talked about diabetes before, and yeah, that you may have some idea now what is insulin resistance. So insulin resistant means that insulin is we have sugar in the blood, right? Let's say we have a lot of sugar. When we eat, it transfers to sugar, right? So everything we eat, it will transfer to sugar. And what happens when you get sugar? When you have sugar and your body actually stimulate the pancreas to produce insulin, and the insulin go into the blood as well as the uh, um, uh, sugar, right? And that cell, okay, cell. So the cells will use the um, sugar to get energy, right? Your energy is from sugar. Sugar is not a bad thing, yeah. So your cell need to use the sugar to get energy, okay? That's one thing. Then what happened now? That the cell straight away go and get uh, sugar? No, it needs a key. This key to open the cell, it was closed, open the cell, and the cell be able to go and have sugar and turn into energy, right? So what is the key? The key is insulin. Insulin go into the cell first and open up, and this is the sugar, and it go and something like that. Does that make sense to you? Okay, simple, right? Now the problem we call insulin resistant is the insulin can't open the cell. The cell doesn't actually let the insulin key. It's not matched. Somehow it's not matched, so you can't open it. In that up, in the blood, there are a lot of insulin, a lot of insulin, as well as a lot of sugar. But it's very different with type 1 diabetes, right? Type 1 diabetes is you can't uh, produce insulin. So in the blood, a lot of blood and not enough insulin. In type 2 diabetes is you have a lot of sugar in the blood as well as a lot of insulin in the blood. Right? So in PCOS as well, you have a lot of sugar in the blood and or not about sugar, it's all about insulin a lot. Insulin, yeah. It'll cause if a long term problem, it'll cause blood sugar high as well in PCOS. So yes, you have a lot of insulin in the blood now. And because the cell couldn't connect to the insulin, then it make your body thinks that you don't have enough insulin. So it's keep telling the pancreas, hey, I don't have enough insulin. Please produce more. And the pancreas produce more and more and more insulin, and therefore end up with a lot of blood, a lot of insulin in the blood. Does it make sense? So then so we talk about the body's demand for insulin increase, right? Because it can't connect with the insulin. Then the pancreas make more insulin to compensate, right? The extra insulin. There's a problem now that a lot more insulin in the blood that can't use by the cell, can't connect to the cells. Okay, so extra insulin triggers the ovaries to produce more male hormone. Well, this is why the PCOS come. And when it produces more male hormone, which means it produces more as less female hormone. And what female hormone it less producing? FSH, LH. Okay, when those two and estrogens, when those are less, FSH are less, it hasn't got the hormone to stimulate the follicle to grow, to turn to mature egg. When the LH less, it can't, even though if the mature, there's a mature egg and there's not enough LH to stimulate the mature follicle, the sac, to release a mature egg. Does it make sense to you? Okay, now I want to let you know that with insulin resistant obesity, overweight is a major cause of insulin resistant. Okay, so both obesity and insulin resistance can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. Now, if you look at it, what is PCOS? Okay, polycystic ovary symptoms, and one of the uh, symptoms that is a major one is the obesity. Right? So you have growth extra here in the face and tummy and acne, skin problem, and what? And put on weight. When you put on weight, you increase the chance to type 2 diabetes. Does it make sense? Okay. So when you put on weight and you have insulin resistance, what's going to happen? Type 2 diabetes. You know, more likely to have type 2 diabetes. And you think about it, type 2 diabetes. A diabetes person, they have majority of them put on weight as well. Okay, they have weight problems as well. So they have weight problem in diabetes, they have weight problem in PCOS. About 70% of them may have this problem. Then what does it mean? With diabetes, we know we want to fix, we want to get the cell to receive, accept the insulin again, and then to be able to use the sugar in your body, you need to change diet, right? It's a lifestyle change is important, the diet. So when it comes to insulin resistance and PCOS, you have to change your diet too. That is why it comes to very, very important. And when it comes to PCOS case, changing diet is the number one thing. You need to get your patient to do that. You need to introduce your patient without forcing them. We tell them what's going on with insulin resistance. That is number one. Okay. So you think about the genes that we talk about. The first is family, you know, family history that causing the PCOS and insulin resistance causing PCOS, right? Both of them are related to diet, what to eat. So this is important to let your patient know with acupuncture and Chinese medicine treatment, they need to change their lifestyle. They need to eat well and lose weight. It'll help a lot. Some patients with PCOS, they're just managing the weight, exercise, and eat well. Okay, I'll tell you, exercise, not everyone can do that because you may have joint pain and you can't do that. But diet, everyone can do that. But it's simple, but not easy. Not easy. Even exercise, not easy. Okay, you have to make the commitment, right, to do it. Then what happened here is when you have both of them, and both things, if you can do it together, and you lose weight, when you lose weight, you find that your period get regular. You may skip your period for 3 months, 6 months, but become more regular. When you get regular period menstruation, that means that you are releasing egg monthly, regularly. So that's how you end up with conceiving. Does it make sense? Okay. Now the last one is inflammation. Now women with PCOS often have increased levels of inflammation in their body. Now, being overweight can also contribute to inflammation. Look, again, overweight contribute to inflammation. Now, because the studies have shown that the link to the excess inflammation to higher male hormone level. Inflammation is one of the causes that actually stimulate your ovary to produce more male hormone, androgen. So you see, inflammation. Now, I think we talked about before that inflammation, if you're on a wrong diet, that it will cause inflammation as well. If you eat junk food a lot, with a lot of sugar, that's where you get your inflammation. We talk about what's it? Arthritis, right? We talk about arthritis. In arthritis case, there's inflammation in there. So how do you decrease the inflammation? Your diet. If you eat junk food, refined food, and a lot of sugar, that will increase your inflammation. You may not know where the inflammation came from, but definitely the sugar will trigger, and the food, the diet, bad diet will trigger or increase the inflammation. Does it make sense to you? Right. So you see, we talk about the family things, the genes and insulin resistant and inflammation. Those three main causes PCOS. Three of them connected with diet. So when it comes to PCOS, diet is very main thing. And diet, even though we don't say, well, it's a diet causing PCOS, but we know diet is one of the main cause. They're linked to all three things. So it means that you have to have this idea first. If you're a practitioner, if you don't have this idea, you will just use acupuncture or Chinese herb or both of them combined together. And yes, you get good results. But in some cases, you won't get any good result for it. You need to suggest the patient to change the diet. And the result can be very fast if the patient follow your advice. So I'm still finding a way to get my patient completely understand what's going on with PCOS, because no one's telling them what causing the problem. Okay, don't want telling them. And if you go for website and Google Dr. Google, and Dr. Google won't tell you about the diet, and it'll just tell you all the things that I just told you. What really causing the inflammation? What really causing the insulin resistance? No one telling them. And Dr. Google will tell them, and the doctor won't tell them because they don't know about all those things. But through my master, and I realized diet is the main cause of every disease, especially when it comes to PCOS. Okay, right. Today, our topic is what causes PCOS, and I just complete my missions to share with you what I know. Okay, when it comes to diet, we're going to talk about the treatments as well. And so that's it for today, and have a good day and stay awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning we're going to talk about the common symptoms of PCOS. We have mentioned a bit already, but there's not enough. It's not very detailed yet, but there are a lot more, like lot more symptoms that I would like to share with you PCOS. So we're gonna talk about tomorrow the common symptoms of PCOS. I'll see you tomorrow, and you stay awesome. And see you tomorrow. Thank you, Veronica. Yes. Thank you for comment. Let me like it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's turn